Stephen King, the king of horror, is a master storyteller. He's blessed, or perhaps cursed, the world with terrifying content: books, movies, and TV shows. He was born in Portland, Maine in 1947. King's dad was mostly out of the picture, and his mom raised him and his older brother in what he described as an odd, herky-jerky childhood, moving around a lot. His first profit as a writer, $1 whole, came from his mom. He continued to write through his adolescence, publishing his first story about a teenage grave robber in a comic book fanzine. When he was a senior at University of Maine, he wrote Graveyard Shift, which sold for $200. He met his wife and they got married after college. She took a job at Dunkin' Donuts, and he worked at a dry cleaner, getting by, but barely. By this time, they already had 2 children, and there would soon be more on the way. Finally, he got a job as an English teacher, but continued writing novels as much as he could. He started working on what would later be Carrie, only to throw it in the trash. It was famously rescued by his wife Tabitha, who urged him to finish the manuscript. Stephen listened to her and finished the story, which he then submitted to a publisher. The paperback rights were sold for $400,000, instantly changing his life. The manuscript would also be adapted for the big screen, which did $33.8 million when it was released in theaters in 1976, the equivalent of $156.8 million today. It was the first of many stories that would fuel nightmares and shatter records. Many of these novels have been adapted into movies as well as TV and streaming series, with King doing the occasional cameo.
You, want me to sign it for you?
Nah, I didn't like the ending.
Over the last decade, he's sold more than 32 million copies of his books, with 11/22/63 being the best-selling book, which was later adapted into a series on streaming service Hulu. Stephen and Tabitha spend most of their time in Maine, but head down to Florida during the winter. And if you can't wait to get your hands on the next Stephen King novel, you can kill some time on his Twitter page. His random thoughts and musings are entertainment gold.